Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a cute duck nail set using polygel. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I do is take my nail clippers and cut down the natural length of my nails. My nails look super crunchy right now. I had just taken off a set right before this one to make this video, so that's why they look a little rough, and I do have one nail left on my right hand, so just ignore that. But like I said, I am going to cut my nails, trim them down, and get them ready for nail prep. So the first official step to nail prep is pushing your cuticles back. I do recommend doing this step after washing your hands because your cuticles do end up being more moist and soft and easier to push back and less painful. Then I go in with my round cuticle bit to go around the cuticles. I find this step very, very effective because it does help lift up that dead skin and all that dead cuticle and makes it easier to trim and not cut yourself. Then I go in with my cuticle nippers to cut off all that dead skin and all the dead eponychium that is built up on my nail plate. This step is very crucial to make your nail retention last way longer. Without this step, your nails aren't going to last this long, trust. Now I'm going in with my fine sanding band. I use the 240 grit sanding band. If you don't know, the higher the number is for the grit, the more fine it is. So I do use the finest grit on the market. This is very good for your natural nails. You aren't really using anything that's too harsh or too rough on your nails that's going to remove too many layers and end up making your nails very thin and brittle. This step is very important to make sure that you're making your nails very buffed and rough to where the nail tip and the nail product or whatever product you're using will adhere to your nail and help with your retention as well. Now it's time for the most important part, the nail tips. These duck nail tips are from Amazon. I'm going to be linking everything that I use in this video down in the description below. These duck nail tips are very flared, so I wanted to go for something more short, just that they weren't too flared. Since this is my first time ever doing duck nails on myself, I just wanted to take it easy and go slow for the first time. I also use 80/80 grit nail files. These are one of the sharpest nail files that you can find on the market. Me personally, I like sharper files so I don't have to worry about too much shaping. But if you are wanting to go for a sharper file, make sure to be careful. For beginners, I do recommend using a 100/180 grit file. They are easier to work with. And I'm going to go in with my same fine grit sanding band and remove the shine from your nails. This step really isn't too crucial. I hear a lot of people saying that it's a waste of time, but me personally, I started learning this way and it's just a part of my routine, so I do it. If you're a nail tech and you're seeing this, you're probably freaking out. Guys, I don't want this nail set to last, that's why I'm just going straight into base coat. If you want your nail sets to actually last and have good retention, I do recommend using primer and dehydrator. I do use the Mia Secret primer and dehydrator and the Young Nails protein bond. Yes, like I said, I'm using the Macart base coat. And then I'm going in with Ballet Baby Polygel by Macart. Be sure to use my code KIMMY15 at checkout to get money off your order. I do get a lot of questions about my polygel application, so I'm going to kind of explain as best as I can. I'm not really good at explaining, so let's see how good I can do this. So as you can see, I did apply the polygel right in the center of the nail, kind of where the nail tip and the natural nail meet. And the first thing I do is work at the cuticle. I really recommend working at the cuticle because then you can already have that form ready. Me personally, I leave the world's tiniest gap in between where the polygel is on the nail and then where the cuticle is, because you don't want that polygel to get on your skin, because that will cause lifting and your nails won't last as long, and it's not pretty. Trust me, girl, it's not pretty. Ignore my hair. Just ignore my hair in the video right there. But yes, so I just kind of pat the polygel downwards. Make sure to keep your apex. A lot of people ask me, how do you maintain that apex? I really cannot describe it other than starting with your bead of polygel in the center of the nail, kind of where you want your apex to be. If you can't really create that apex the first bead, I recommend going in with the second bead after curing to kind of build it. You don't want your apex to be too big because then it'll look bulky, but you don't want your nails to be flat either because they will snap. Like I said before, I kind of pat and slightly drag the polygel into its shape to the bottom of the nail. I do get a lot of comments about my waste of polygel. I do waste quite a bit of polygel, but me personally, I like the one bead method, especially with shorter nails. It just saves more time than having to go in with multiple beads, but you will end up slicing off a lot of polygel. I just find that the quick method, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do multiple beads, but me personally, I do one bead. And then as you can see in the video here, I just go in after removing that excess polygel and kind of sharpen up the tip to make sure that it's as even as possible. This is a very important tip as well because it will save you a lot of filing. Please perfect that application so that your shaping is less time consuming. And then I go in with a lint-free wipe and alcohol and wipe off that tacky layer after curing.
Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. You know I wanna be around. You fucking warm with my heart, just think it ever be so hard. Crazy, I'm letting down my guard. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Cause if you ever wanna drown, I need to hear it from you. And we know you'll be telling me how to fuck me up, don't let me down. Such a risk, but I'm willing to take a chance. What you think with my heart in your hand? Gotta learn
Now for filing and shaping. I do get a lot of questions on my Instagram and my TikTok about shaping. I will say I do use a coarse grit sanding band to remove the bulk of the nails. I don't know exactly what grit, but I'll try to link it down in the description below along with my other products. I do seal the cuticle with the sanding band as well. I don't use any other drill bits. The sanding band does work pretty well for me.
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3 more times again. I testify for you. I told that lie, like you, that bitch. I do it all, and I'm around. You're scared to do. I'm not. As long as you joking, now in for me.
As you can see, the nails are pretty bulky, and if you know me personally, I do not play that. Nails must be crisp, sharp, and clean. So like I said, I do go in with the 80/80 grit file. I use it on top to make sure that the nails are even, there's no lumps, and then I go in on the sides. Me personally, with longer nails, I do like to shape up and down instead of side to side. I will say you have to be very careful because you can overfile with that method, but it all just depends on what works for you. This is the way that I do nails. Some people do different ways, so it all just depends on your preference. Like I said, the 80/80 grit files are very sharp, so you want to be very careful not to cut yourself or your clients, whoever you're working on.
Sex remind you I'm not violent on you day one. We had shit, yeah. It was magic, yeah. Smash and grab shit, yeah. Nasty habits take a hold when you're not here. Ain't a home when you're not here. The grown when you're not here. I'm saying I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I lose and miss the moment? You just too boy. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss?
Now I love the moon cut shape. So for the moon cut shape, I do use my coarse 5-in-1 drill bit. I will also have that link down below. And I kind of go from the tip of the nail and do like a crescent C motion. This gives it that nice U, C, moon cut shape that you can tell. Like if you see my nails on Instagram, you could tell there is a C at the top, a crescent moon look. And it makes the nails very crisp and they stay sharp longer. No round nails around here. There's not really much I can explain about this. You kind of just have to see it in the video. But this is how I achieve the look.
How can I snooze and miss the moment? You're just too important. Nobody do better like you do. You do.
Look at her. Look at her woman, man. Look at her. That ain't my girl. That's my nigga. Catch me out on Ocean Drive with her. Hey, catch me in the whip, ride with her. Hey, sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours away. Take a car, take a plane, baby, whichever is faster. Oh, whichever one is in the hassle. Oh, damn, yeah, man. Oh, never knew, no, I never knew that you be a freak and a friend too. Yeah, you into everything I'm into. Oh, I got something that I could lend you. Oh, a piece of mind, baby. Come and get a piece of mind. Yeah. Say you gotta work from 3 to 9. Oh, I get you home by a decent time. Wait, your bed, you can sleep in mine. Yeah, let's make it happen, girl. I need some time. Speaking of time, who stopped it? That's the feeling that I get when we lock lips. I got the weed at the crib and the liquor too. I fuck your soul, I release in your spiritual. I be your muse, bring your easel and pencils too. Here you go, you try and tease with them pictures. You could ride on me just like you ride the elliptical. She said I'm trying to keep it tight for my nigga. Girl, I like your last nigga, all I need is
After I finish buffing the nails, I go in with my Young Nail Swipe. This is very important. It helps remove all the dust from the nails. After I invested in this, I've never gone back to alcohol. Just use a scrubber and it removes all that dust, girl. Please invest.
now you folding clothes, cooking dinner too. Young tiller, girl, I'm known as Pink Griffey too. It's only right that I swing by and hit it too. First base, second base, third base. I'm trying to get you in your...
Now for nail art, I decided to go with a freestyle look. I kind of just came up with the look on the spot. I knew I wanted to do something black and pink, so I was like, why not do a Kemorah base set? That is my favorite SANRIO character, if you know. Sit back and watch these satisfying clips as I create this cute Kemorah set.
So much to live for, true, baby. Let's not rush into it now. Let's not rush into it. When we get to it, we can give it all that we got.
Stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid get older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get the pack and keep it open. Big dripper stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get lost. He ain't focused yet, but he ain't got motion. Made a half a ticket out promotion. Shout out Sushi Sweet and keep me rolling. But if we get the out, we gotta slow. Ride around with Drake, like we OVO. I got some rats and I want some. Still got them pass in the hood, call it give and go. Keep a nigga, man, bitch in a figure four. Let me fuck when I want, I just come and go. Man, these records too deep for these skinny clothes. I might put me in him in some picture boat. Make the braid, this nigga start getting low. I spent time on the racks on the Lambo and didn't even know how to move them motherfuckers go. On my birthday, I just wanna lift the dough. Barely fit, but don't play with me, period. You just follow behind the years. In the road, I feel like a tourist. I'm the one from the bottom who sold out my partner, the promise, job to the period. Oh, he ain't up. I fuck with shots and I'm gonna bust. You can't put on that drip, he ain't one of us. How you round in the Benz and a Tonka truck? How you got everybody lit piping up? Oh, she bad with no swag, I don't pipe her up. Ain't my last, I'm no wipe her up. Count the money up, fast like I'm typing some. I'm the type to get active and never run. Hit the rulers, my niggas ain't scared of none. Ain't no rules, you got rest, you can get it done. On a light day, I keep me 100 bucks. Making hit after hit, call me very fun. For this Christmas, I bought everybody. Smoke guns and choppers and F's for everyone. Take the roof out the collar up for the sun. I'm broke, see it's up by 5,000 months. Got this bitch off the collar, she suck it and swallow. I stick it and she feel it in her gut. Nigga don't run for my problems, we second up wallow and collar. I'm trying to get it mega buck. See them triple little nigga, best watch your step. This top shelf, got 40 designer belts. OPF, look like the new BM up. They gon' jump, got clothes in my right and left. And you can't go to try, ain't no key in there. Just put us in they pocket, get out of there. They gon' have a hard time finding what to wear. Treat it like a tire, I keep a spell. On the struggle, cause I'm warring. Check the tracks, I'm counting more fake. Sky scrolling, smoothly in a prison. Trying to spit your fire, bitch, you can low. But they got me to his temple. Because I spit the flavor to the temple. I am not a killer, but I'm tempting. I'm spending rate 5,000 to a 50. Oh, he ain't up. I fuck with shots and I'm gonna bust. He can't put on that drip, he ain't one of us. How you riding the Benz and a Tonka truck? How you got everybody lit piping up? Oh, she bad with no swag, I don't...
Lastly, I go in with my Koopa top coat. This top coat is really good. It's very shiny and it does last a long time. I didn't film this part, but after I do French tip nails and I put the top coat on, I go in with my file to crisp up the tip a little bit more so that the tips look more clean. I also go in with a cleanup brush with acetone to clean up that extra top coat, gunk, or whatever is around the cuticles before curing. And there's the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really did enjoy creating this set. This is something new for me, creating content like this, and I definitely enjoyed it and hope to make more. If you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. And I'll definitely see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!